¿Qué tal, gente? ¿Cómo están? Estamos iniciando otro episodio de Concil para ver en dónde nos quedamos. Más perdidos que buen ceviche. Hasta Luis se agarra la cabeza porque no sabe qué hacer. Y vamos a buscar dónde Michi está la lanza de Lonquín. Como siempre de perdido. ¿Que hasta allí voy a llegar? No, ni voy a llegar ni a bala. Dice acá. También la tengo ya. Por acá puedo... ¿Cómo llego allá? ¿Cómo llego allá? Uy, salta. En sí este juego era muy pero muy interesante, ¿ya? Pero... lo malo es...
Well, here we can see this lance has a leaf shape, is gold rimmed, and a fish is engraved on the tip.
Pero lo malo es que cada episodio salía, pucha, cada mes, ¿no? Terminabas más aburrido que buen ceviche.
Flavius Aetius. I remember. He was the Roman general who defeated Attila and his hordes in the terrible battle of the Catalonian plains. Flavius Aetius, the one they call the last of the Romans. He was assassinated by his own emperor, who was jealous of all his victories. But
Bueno,
how
lo
did
bueno
he
es
end
que
up
vamos a
here?
aprender un poco de historia aquí. Dos caminitos. Hay un montón de lanzas tiradas por todos lados.
This lance has got a blade in the shape of a spear. Its blade is in iron or steel, I think. I can make out a rising sun engraved on the tip.
No. Imperio Romano. Nada acá.
We can see that this lance has a leaf shape, and, well, it's in gold. I can see that a crucifix is engraved on the tip, just barely visible.
Esta es, seguro.
Let's take a look at this lance here. It has a very special leaf shape. It is copper rimmed, and I can see a fish symbol engraved on the tip.
Un símbolo de pez, a ver. No, tampoco. A ver, a ver, a ver, a ver. Acá hay otra lanza. Aparecen puñales estos en vez de lanza.
I can see that this lance has the shape of a boar spear. The blade is partially coated in copper, and I can just make out the symbol of the Eye of Ra
No, no
engraved
tiene
on the
nada que
tip.
ver eso. ¿Qué tiene? Oh, se pasa. Y está.
I can see this lance has a
Vamos a
spear
ver.
shape. It is copper rimmed, and it has been
Símbolo
engraved with the
cristiano.
symbol of the Christian fish on the tip.
A ver, vamos a ver. No, tampoco. Sí, señores, disculpen. Están vendiendo helado y como todavía no tengo ni un cuarto en el cual pueda separar el ruido, tienen que escuchar que acá se vende helado en carretilla. Gracias.
I can see that
A
this
6
lance
soles, por
has
supuesto.
a
Moneda
so-called
peruana.
leaf shape. It is clearly made of iron, and I can make out a sun engraved on the tip.
Oh, bien. Jalea real. Oh, 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 oh. El sarcófago de Lord Morty.
The sarcophagus of Lord Mortimer. It's the only sarcophagus in this crypt which appears to bear the Mortimer family name. What ancestor can it be? There's no inscription.
Claro.
Let's see what we can find here. Ha! Great! Now let's see what's inside. The sarcophagus of Lord Mortimer. Let's see what we can find here. Ha! Great! Now let's see what's inside.
Nada, ya recibió todo. Parece que no hay lo que buscamos. Bueno, sí hay, ¿no? Pero... Ujú. No había nada. No te quemes, Luis, no te quemes.
The sarcophagus has been ravaged by time. It's sort of ageless, I guess. It's entirely sculpted.
¿Qué nos dice el vejete?
This sarcophagus is engraved with the name of Clemens III. Good God! The one whose cross allowed me to enter. Clemens III. Clément III in French. How come his tomb ended up here and not in the Vatican? That was the Pope from the Middle Ages who inspired the Third Crusade. He gave the Roman people the power to elect their magistrates. He was basically an anti-pope. His path to the throne was pretty turbulent, and he had to be enthroned several times. The result of a long conflict between the papacy and the Holy Empire. This sarcophagus is beautifully made, but ancient. Stone is marked by the passage of time, but it's really well preserved.
Vamos por el vejete. Vamos sí o sí. De verdad todo eso se abrió. Increíble. Bueno, vamos a seguir buscándolo. Uy, mira. Ah, interesante, ¿ah? Tiene transportación. Bueno, no hay nada más aquí, la mamá no está. Vamos a buscar a Pia. A Piaggi. ¿Dónde estará ese vejete? Pero no sé si soy yo o todo se ve oscuro. Sí que es de noche, pero estos exageran ya. Perdido total, ¿ah? Me metí una vueltaza alucinante. Voy a ver si edito esta parte. ¿Dónde podrá estar el viejito? Voy a dejar algunas cosas porque no puedo estar. Bien, escalera real acá. Georgie. Vamos a preguntar, de repente sabe dónde está.
Good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening.
I'm back on the trail of my mother again. I don't have time to explain, but would you know anything about the Holy Lance?
That's good news. But be careful, Louis. You might end up getting noticed.
Do you know anything or not?
No, I regret I don't. But why not ask von Wallner? Theology is his field, after all.
That's an idea. In that case, I'll try and find him.
You are keeping up the good work, I see. But I'm telling you, keep your guard up. Everyone is rather on edge right now.
You're right. Thanks for everything, Mr. President.
See you later.
O sea, no sabes ni miércoles, Georgie, por las puras. Vamos a buscar al otro viejo. Uy, ahí está. Como siempre mariposeando el viejo.
Your Eminence, would you have a moment to spare?
Not now, Louis. Please,
¿sabes que me chatea?
leave me alone.
I beg your pardon?
I want to be alone.
Very
De
well.
que me paso
I'm
buscándote
only
para que me
searching for
dejes solo.
information about the Lance of Longinus, the soldier. If you could...
You are not listening to me. You are playing with fire.
I heard you speak
no
to
tengo
Mr.
fuego.
von
Ahí hay
Vonner
fuego.
about it, and I was wondering if you could tell me something about it.
That was a private conversation. How could I have known that he was listening to us?
I see what you mean.
Louis, don't push it. Leave while you still can.
Your Eminence, are you all right? Your Eminence, are you with me?
Se
Can you
lanza.
turn around, please?
What do you
Lance.
want to know about the Holy Lance, Louis?
Your Eminence, turn around.
This is the weapon used by a Roman centurion on the very day Christ was nailed to the cross.
Look at me.
Longinus thrust his lance in the right side of Jesus.
Please.
As you wish.
His nose is bleeding.
So, you are looking for the Holy Lance of Longinus, are you?
Solo algo de información 6, ¿no? O sea,
Exactly.
Frank and direct. I like that. Thank you for not trying to be sly. You are looking for the lance. You should know, you are not the only one. Lord Mortimer has spent a good part of his life and his fortune trying to find it. Never will he let you have it. But tell me, before going any further, have you spoken to anyone else about this?
Persuasión. La vieja, pa. Washington.
Yes, my mother knows about it.
Of course, Sarah. Who else?
Washington.
Briefly with President Washington.
What does he know exactly?
Absolutely nothing. He advised me to speak to Mr. von Wollner.
Very well. Is that all?
No one else.
What are you going to use the lance for, exactly?
Te voy a clavar con eso. Para protegerme. Vamos a ver.
If I told you why I needed this lance, you would never believe it.
Trust me. You can tell me anything.
It's our only chance to vanquish the demons.
Oh, my dear God, Louis. You sound just like Sarah. Do you realize you are following the same path, step by step? Sarah also started by imagining things. She too spoke of demons, I am told. She could no longer speak to anyone, and saw a hidden monster in every guest, lurking in the shadows, ready to devour her. You must let us help you. Louis, I thank you for your sincerity. I shall answer you about Longinus. You deserve to be told. His spear-headed lance did indeed pierce the side of the Messiah. His blood gushed out, covering the head of the lance. It was covered in the blood of Christ.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Eminence.
You are welcome. Be careful, Louis. You are on a perilous path. Don't follow Sarah's demons, my boy. Don't delve too deeply into her delusions, or you won't be able to come back. The demons that she is frantically trying to drive away are in her own mind. Take good care of yourself. God keep you.
Se fue. Y ahí se fue. Bueno. Posible fuente de información. Especialista en esoterismo, representaciones artísticas, textos sagrados. Vamos a hablar con Lord Mortimer no. Vamos a hablar con Von Holder, no sé qué cosa. Prohibido para mayores. Tawashi. Ah, no. Pero están. Vamos a las habitaciones de este fulano. Oh.
Pardon me, monsieur, but I have work to do.
¿Qué cosa? Mételo la cachetada, mételo la cachetada. Ah.
Monsieur Johann von Wollner. It seems like he isn't here.
Hola. Hola. Hay pasto, una carta en el suelo, un martillo. ¿Qué quiere ser? No.
Look, a blotter. And apparently it's been used recently. I wonder what Wollner was going to write. It's smudged. It's not all legible. I can make out the signature though, and leave as if planned. It's illegible. Let's see if I can find a solution in Wollner's things here. Given his interest in alchemy, I wouldn't be surprised if I found something that revealed what's written somewhere in his room.
6.
Landing stage. Landing stage. So Volner is going to leave Al-Azif at the landing stage, isn't he? What a mess. Looks like Volner was interrupted. Looks a lot like straw, and he's drawn something in a hurry on this sheet. I get the feeling that I've seen that somewhere before.
Me equivoqué.
I've seen occult inscriptions like this before. They're not very common. As a matter of fact, I've only seen them once before, around the Lock of Al-Azif. Straw on his desk, as if to protect something fragile. Yes, someone must have packed something away here. Straw on his desk, as if to protect something fragile. Yes, someone must have packed something away here.
Johan, sé que estás intentando descubrir qué le ocurrió a Elizabeth, pero se te está yendo de las manos. Tu aventura en el continente ya me ha salido muy cara. Ya sé que no te ha resultado fácil tener a Elizabeth encerrada en su habitación durante un mes para evitar que se encuentre con Sara. Pero de ahí a salir huyendo y sin avisar, tuve que mentir para cubrirlos. Johan, actúa como si hubieras llegado por separado hace tan solo unos días y convence a William. ¿Qué? Estoy leyendo mal. Actúa como si hubieras llegado por separado hace tan solo unos días y convence a William para que haga lo mismo con sus invitados. Te exijo que entres en razón y guardes la compostura. Te he pedido que consigas para poder sacarla de la isla, no para estudiarlo con la vana esperanza de adquirir poder. De que te quede claro que no te voy a dar de ninguna respuesta. Como mucho, nos arriesgaremos a volver a perderlo. Así que por última vez, déjalo en el lugar acordado. Puedo confirmarte que alguien lo recogerá de inmediato. Gregory. Sí, Gregory. He leído. A ver, ya está.
Golden elixir. A table of alchemical symbols. Someone circled the zinc symbol. A chemistry set. That's not surprising coming from von Volner. So, let's see what Volner has in his bookcase. A few works on religions, 2 scientific essays about human thought. Most of these works are on alchemy. Longini Militis Fabulum. Ah, what have we here? It looks like a kind of biography on Longinus the Centurion. Truly, Volner has done everything he can to get information about that lance. I'd better keep this one, though.
Miércoles, de frente.
Did he say?
Damn, that's all I need. Maybe he knows something about the lance.
What are you doing in my room?
Revisando tus calzoncillos.
Sir, perfect timing. I was looking for you.
You were looking for me? Well, here I am. What can I do for you?
I was wondering if you might help me.
You're the one looking for the lance.
No,
Don't take me for a fool. You are looking for the holy lances.
¿Por qué tiene tanto miedo?
What's the matter? You seem completely panicked at the idea I might be interested in this relic.
No,
No, that's not true.
What are you so afraid of?
I'm not afraid.
You know Mortimer's got it, so you're not worried that I'd give it back to him.
What are
so
you?
Why are you so terrified of me being able to find it?
You have no idea what it is you're looking for.
Dígamelo.
What are you playing at, Richet? Mortimer's the one who has that cursed lance.
How long have you been looking for it?
Ah, I see. You want it, and so you plan to steal it from Mortimer.
For a long time. Isn't that right?
Why, you little swine! You're planning to give it to Sir Gregory. You're looking to double-cross me and Piaggi too.
What on earth is he talking about? But calm yourself, goddammit. You're the one I'm trying to help.
What? What?
I heard you talking with His Eminence, and it seemed to me that this story about the lances had put you in a tight spot. I was only trying to be helpful.
But why didn't you tell me straight away?
Seeing as I hadn't found it, I didn't want to commit myself too quickly. If I failed, I would have looked like a beginner.
I understand, Louis. I thought you were trying to manipulate me. But please, excuse me. I got a little bit carried away. But you can't get ahead by staying in the shadows on a case like this. There are already several of us searching for the Lance of Longinus. And it would be smarter to pool our information.
Unfortunately, I've barely made any progress. I'm still trying to find out what the original lance really looked like.
Ah, let me reassure you, we've all been there, given the number of copies there are in existence. It also took us quite some time to discover its true shape. Many believe the central part of the head of the lance to be covered in gold, whereas, in truth, its center is made of an alloy of copper and iron.
That does make sense. In those times, a centurion wouldn't have any chance of possessing a lance made of gold.
Ah, that is the perversion of Christian idolatry. A copper lance could not have been noble enough to pierce the side of Christ.
Anyway, thank you, sir.
You're welcome, Louis. Keep me posted as to your research. We're bound to end up recovering it.
I'm counting on it. See you later. I managed to get the biography of Longinus the Centurion. Let's see what it can teach me. An interesting passage here tells me that the lance is engraved with the symbol of the first Christians, the fish.
Bueno. Según la información de Waller, la lanza tiene el borde de cobre. Y aquí me ha dicho que tenía la forma de cruz. Tenía forma de cruz. En la biografía de Centurión Longinus se afirma que la lanza tiene grabado el símbolo de un pez en la punta. Símbolo de pez en la punta. Bueno, parece que vamos a tener que seguir buscando más información. Y esto sería todo por el día de hoy. En la próxima prometo mejorar un poco más. Cuídense, nos vemos y un fuerte abrazo a todos. Hasta pronto.